Time moves along the spiral of eternity. While the years carry away the flesh, the spirit remains. It remains and speaks. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it calls, but it never falls silent. Thus, 429 years after the sacrifice of Христо Ботев, the echo of his path, walk to the end, without fear and without apology, still reverberates in the Bulgarian conscience, and it awakens it. Anyone who walks their path in life is a hero, wrote Hermann Hese. And Ботев walked his to the end. He did not seek the path, he was the path. And thus he became a beacon for all who are not afraid to be fully themselves, to live according to the heights of their spirit, not the convenience of their time. That is why the memory of Ботев is not merely national. It is existential, not because of his heroic death, but because of his unwavering faithfulness to his inner truth. That is what makes him a saint by conscience and a martyr by spirit, even beyond the borders of faith. Every generation has its cross. Ours is not a clash of swords, but a struggle with forgetfulness, with a disintegration of meaning. That is why the Pantheon of the Bulgarian spirit is not a gesture to the past, but a call to the future. It is not a museum of the dead, but a temple for the living, for those who still believe that the purpose of life is not to survive, but to fulfill that which they are capable of becoming. Such a pantheon must not preserve bronze figures, but living paths, the paths of those who burned with faith and stepped forth, even alone, against the darkness. There, the fire of their spirit will burn. There, one will feel not the sorrow of what is lost, but the majesty of duty fulfilled. In that temple, Hese and Ботев will meet, the first who showed us who we are, and the second who showed us how to die for it. They are the two poles of our spiritual orbit. Around them will gather not only the names written in textbooks, but also those for whom no monuments exist, yet whose deeds remain. For before eternity, titles do not stand. Only the question, were you faithful to your path? We have sacred places, Oberest, Shipka, Vola, Pliska, Varila Monastery. But we do not have one that gathers all the flames, preserves them, and rekindles them. A spiritual center where the Bulgarian person remembers that they are not merely a citizen of a state, but a co-worker of eternity. This Pantheon must be not architecture, but ethic, not merely a symbol, but a living inspiration, a place where the young heart their inner voice, and the old remember that time is not for passing, but for service. And if cousin Ботев chose the peak to merge with freedom, then let us too choose a summit for our memory, not as a point on the map, but as an apogee of the Bulgarian spirit. spirit. The Pantheon of the Bulgarian spirit must be neither a hall of fame nor a temple of nostalgia. It must be a testimony that this people still has a soul, and that it has heroes, the quiet, nameless, but faithful ones who walk their path every single day. And this, in the eyes of eternity, is the greatest victory. Let it be.